Hey guys, it is me again. Today is Wednesday, February the 6th. It makes it day 37 on our Daily Bread Project 2013. Guys, I got to try to make this as quick as I can because I've got a lot to say. I'm a little bit early tonight for what I normally am. It's about 11 o'clock, something after 11. And guys, I just got home from work, and that's the reason I'm putting this in so early, guys. Guys, I need your prayer. I need your prayer like I've not needed it in a long time. Just pray for me, guys. I've got that tracker I told y'all about dinner that we were doing the head on. And anyway, I'll try to make this as quick as I can. Some of you guys will know what I'm talking about and some won't. I understand that. It just makes me feel better when I can explain the situation, I guess. And, you know, just makes me feel better. So you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, just hit mute or something and watch TV for a minute till I get back. But anyway, I'm going to try to be as quick as I can. You know, start out on this thing, the timing chain broke on it, on these people. And they put a new timing chain on it. Well, it would run, but I think they said it had a miss in it. It didn't want to idle good. And they got to checking, and it either had one or two cylinders. I was thinking two. Excuse me, that only had like 30 or 40 pounds of compression. So they automatically think, well, it's evidently got the valves. We don't want to have to go through putting a head on it and all that. You know, we can't do that big a job. So they brought it to us. We pulled the head off. The head went to the machine shop. The machine shop guy calls and says none of these valves are warped. He says now there are quite a few of them not sealing. That's probably where your low compression was coming from, but they're none of them warped. We just, okay, you know, fine then. So he goes and picks it up, comes back. Anyway, over the course of the last few days, we've got the head back on it. I went into work today, and the boy said, I can't get that tracker to start. He said it's got good compression and everything. He said at least it sounds like cranking. It's got good compression, but it won't start. So I go in there and crank, and it wouldn't start. But I could tell by listening, just like he did, that it's got good compression. You guys that work on cars or have worked on cars, you know what an engine with no compression sounds like. You know what one with compression sounds like. I knew it had compression. So anyway, I got to thinking, well, the cam sensor on this tracker, one tracker is what it is. They got Suzuki engines in them, and I should have known not to touch a Suzuki engine. They've got the cam sensor goes on the back of the head that it's got like a two-prong deal like this right here that sticks in the back of the camshaft. I said, well, maybe he got that in there wrong and the timing's off. So I loosened the bolt up and just cranked the cam sensor a lot one way, hit the key, started, or it tried to start. So I got in it and gave it gas and it started. So anyway, guys, my long story short is I can turn this cam sensor all the way up, which from what I've read, just like a distributor on an older car, it advances the timing. And it will run pretty good. I mean, it's smooth, it don't miss, as long as you're giving it throttle. You can rev it up and it vroom, 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 revs up good, but it will not idle to save its life. Of course, Dad keeps saying, well, maybe there's something to do with what was wrong with it before. This wasn't the problem because it wouldn't idle before. So I can't figure it out, guys. I've been in there all night. I'm trying to. That cam sensor will only go in that cam. Will only go in that head and sit back in that cam one way. I took it out. It's oblong. It's got an eccentric on it. If you flip it 180 degrees over and put it back in, it won't go in. So he got that right. I mean, that's right. It will only go in one way. So I get to thinking, well, why did we have to adjust this? Because he never moved that. That was locked down. Well, then I get to thinking, well, the camshaft, that right side camshaft that it runs off of is out. And it still may be an option, that may be it. But then I get to thinking, well, once it starts, and it starts fairly easy, it just won't idle. It revs up good. Acts like it's got power. Now, we've not drove it yet. It's got 20 inches of vacuum while it's, you know, if you can hold the throttle down to where just a little above idle, you know, like 900, 1,000 RPMs, it's running on like 19, 20 inches of vacuum. You know, I would figure if one of the camshafts was half a turn out, And at least going by how much I'm having to turn that cam sensor, that's what it's looking like. It's like half a turn out. To me, I don't even think it would start with a camshaft half a turn out. So, I don't know, guys. And I got to reading. I said, well, maybe for some reason something's just got moved and we got to set the ignition timing, because that's what that says. You got to have a GM Tech 2 to set the ignition timing. I don't have one. I've got a Snap-on Modus. Can't do it. You've got to go in there and tell the vehicle that you're setting the timing so it will quit advancing it so you can go set it. And some people says there's a manual way that you can cross 2 wires over on it. Some people say you can't, but the people that even I've heard say you can, they can't tell you where it's at. And some people say, oh, that's just they're not right on that. So I don't know, guys. But what I'm getting at, I'm in trouble on this vehicle. I am seriously in trouble. They're needing it. They're wanting it back. I need the money. I just don't know what to do. I have prayed tonight, and I've prayed, and I've cried, and I've screamed. I've made deals with God, and I know you shouldn't do that. So I don't know, guys. Just pray. Pray for everything that you guys are worth. Please pray for me on that I'll figure something out. And to beat on top of that, my Mitchell, I've been trying to get on my Mitchell Pro Demand tonight to look at some stuff. Something screwy with it. It won't let me log in. It says that I'm logged into like 25 different sessions, and I can go and manually log out of those 25 sessions because it asks me if I want to, and I put yes. And then when I go try to log back in, it'll pull up 5 more sessions and say I'm logged into them, and I'm not. I'm not logged into 20 or 30 sessions of Pro Demand, so I can't get in there. I'm going to post it tonight on IATN and see if the guys on there can think of anything, maybe, like I said. If I knew it was, yep, that camshaft's out of time and blah, 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 I've seen that, I'd start turning it back down, because as far as just doing the timing, it's not a huge deal as far as taking the whole head off like we had off. A man could tear it down and retime it, but I timed it, The boy didn't time it, our worker and me I timed it. And, I timed it just like it said. And like I said, I would think if a cam was half a turn out or something, that the car shouldn't run. Because actually on that Kia that we done a couple weeks ago that we rebuilt the engine in, that's what Lou, he put the cam gear on it backwards. And these cam gears on this vehicle were only going one way, but he put one of those on backwards because it was going either way. That cam was half a turn out, and it wouldn't start. It had no compression. So I would think if that was a problem, this thing wouldn't have enough compression to start. And it'll start right up. As long as you hold the gas, boom, start right up. I know these trackers have had a lot of EGR problems, EGR flows. I'm wondering if maybe that's the problem on it the whole time, the reason with the idle and everything. So I don't know. I don't know why putting ignition timing in it would help that though. So anyway, guys, that's enough of that. I'm crazy tonight. I'm crazy. So you guys pray for me. I'm serious, guys. I come to her. I hate to admit this. I know I don't mean to sound like a drama queen, but I just started to just walk down the road a while ago. I was so upset and so aggravated and so, just whatever that I said I can't take it anymore. I can't do it. So I don't know, guys. Just pray for me. That's another reason I'm putting this video up earlier, so you guys can start praying for me earlier. So anyway, guys, let's get on with our message tonight. I may even title this video, I don't know, I may, put Project, Daily Bread 2013 Day, whatever. I may even put a little exclamation on there so you guys will know to watch it faster or something. I don't know. I may do that, I may not. But anyway, guys, Revelation chapter 9. And another thing, guys, of course, some of you sharp-eyed viewers will go, wait a minute, have you worked on that car all night? Tonight's on Wednesday night. We didn't have any church tonight. Of course, that's another thing that's probably got me off in a bad deal. I always count on that Wednesday night service to soothe me. The 2 other people that come besides me, Mom, and Dad, there's usually 5 of us there, their brother and sister, their uncle died yesterday. So they're having him out tonight, visitation, and burying him tomorrow. And they called and said, we're not going to make it at church tonight. They're only having him out one night. If they was having him out 2 nights, we would come to church tonight, and then just go. But they're only having him out for visitation one night, so we've got to go to the funeral home. So me and Mom and Dad just decided, hey, we'll not have church. And I said, well, that'll give me time to go down here and I figured it would be something simple. With this thing. When I seen that you could turn that, I said, well, he's got it in wrong or something. And once I took it apart and seen it would only go one way, I knew I was destroyed. So anyway, guys, just keep praying. Revelation 9:7, here we go. In appearance, the locusts were like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were what looked like crowns of gold. Their faces were like human faces. Their hair like women's hair, and their teeth like lions' teeth. They had breastplates like breastplates of iron, and the noise of their wings was like the noise of many chariots with horses rushing into battle. They have tails and sting like scorpions, and their power to hurt people for 5 months is in their tails. They have as king over them the angel of the bottomless pit. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek he is called Apollyon. I guess how you say that, Apollyon, 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 I guess you'd say. The first woe has passed. Behold, 2 woes are still to come. Then the 6th angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar before God, saying to the 6th angel who had the trumpet, release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates. So the 4 angels who have been prepared for the hour, the day, the month, and the year were released to kill 1/3 of mankind. The number of mounted troops was twice 10,000 times 10,000. I heard their number. And this is how I saw the horses in my vision and those who rode them. They wore breastplates the color of fire and of sapphire and of sulfur. And the heads of the horses were like lions' heads, and the fire and smoke and sulfur came out of their mouths. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going to stop. It makes 10 verses. So, anyway, guys, like I've said, I'm glad everybody was here tonight. I really am, guys. Like I've said before, you guys, you don't know how much you keep me going. And being able to just come on here tonight and just let my frustrations out and ask for prayer, you know, it means a lot, guys. It means a lot knowing you guys are going to watch this. You're going to help me. You know, you're going to pray for me. It just means a lot. So like I said, guys, pray for me that God will. I mean, he's done it on so many cars. I've prayed for it. He's giving me the answer. Look at this or look at that. Same way on that Kia, you know, when that cam was upside down and everything was timed right, something just told me, take that cam plate off. And when I took them off and one cam was turned one way and one the other, I knew something was wrong. Flipped the cam, put it all back together, started right up, you know. So I prayed for that tonight. He didn't give it to me tonight. You know, it must be his will to give it to me tomorrow. But like I said, these people are getting impatient, and you know, I'm between a rock and a hard place. So guys, pray for me. I would appreciate it. I love you all. I really do. Good Lord willing, guys, if this thing don't drive me crazy or they don't kill me, I'll be back here tomorrow night. Until I see you guys again, good night, and God bless.